Hey everybody, Shane here, Shoebox Legends. Thanks for joining me for what is amazingly, I think, my first cheese box rummage of 2025. Did a few of these last year throughout the year on the channel, but for those that are unfamiliar, living here in New England, I frequently come across these old cheese boxes at antique stores and marketplaces, and as you can see, they're the perfect size to hold top-loaded cards. So what I often do is my online pickups, as they come in, I drop them into these cheese boxes, and then occasionally we'll do a rummage on video like we're gonna do today, where I just pull from the box for maybe 10 minutes, and all of the cards that I pull, when the video ends, I'll actually go put them away, sort them and catalog them and get them into my organized official collection, so to speak. So that's long enough of an intro. Let's get down to it with a rummage. We're gonna start with a soccer card today. There are many sports represented in here, primarily baseball and hockey, but we start off with a Kylian Mbappe, and this is an image variation. The reason I picked this up, in addition to Mbappe, this photo also shows the other two members of kind of the powerhouse trio that was on Paris Saint-Germain for years. We have Neymar here, number 10, and then this guy who you can just barely make out, maybe you can see his tattoos here on his arm. That is the great Leo Messi. So three of the 21st century's best players in one photograph. Love that image variation for that reason. So that's a cool one for the Soccer Z Folio binder. Next up, we have a really fun one here. I picked this one up last year. I've been waiting to pull it. This is a Garbage Pail Kids inspired Mookie Betts card, Bowling Betts. And I'm sure many of you know this, but Mookie is a prolific bowler, as in like he's rolled perfect games, 300s. If he was not a Major League Baseball player, would almost certainly be on the professional bowling tour. And so when I saw this one come out, I just thought, great job by Topps. As a Betts fan, love the humor behind this card, but also the story that it tells of his other kind of athletic skills. And just a really neat card. I love the baseball being bowled down the baseline. Pretty cool effect. And I chose this parallel in particular. It's numbered to 199, you can see here, because it has good shine, but also I love that it has this baseball stitching element across the top and bottom that is not present on all cards, but was included on this particular parallel. So yeah, just a fun card. I love collecting Mookie Betts. I have for over a decade now, which is kind of crazy to say. And I thought that was kind of a neat off the beaten path type Mookie card. So a pretty cool one there. We're gonna transition over to hockey now, just rolling through all the sports that I enjoy. And this is an Upper Deck clear cut Leon Draisaitl, having another great individual season in Edmonton. He is near the top of the NHL scoring charts again this year, as he has been basically every year since catching on as a full-time player. This is just his second Upper Deck card, the first after his Young Guns rookie, and this is the clear cut, which is an acetate parallel, very difficult to pull, and just happy to have this one. It was just a few bucks. No, the hockey cards aren't for everyone, but I've been loving following the NHL again this year. We're gonna go back to soccer, and here's an Erling Haaland from Panini Select. And this one has some pretty cool meaning behind it. Haaland, of course, has been with Manchester City now in the Premier League for a couple of years. And in his first season with the club, which this set represents, he set the Premier League single season goal record. And so I got this nice shiny Select card to kind of represent that. Sadly, they did away with etching, so you'll notice like the folds in his uniform don't have any shine on them. But it's still a beautiful card, and it's a meaningful card representing that goal record-breaking season and his entrance into the Premier League. Here's another fun one, and I'll try to take the tape off here. This is, I think, a duplicate, believe it or not, but it's one of my favorite modern cards, and it's one that I've done an entire episode on in the past, sort of building the rainbow of this card. This is the 2023 Topps flagship set, the AL home run leaders from 2022. And of course, what is obviously so cool about this represents Aaron Judge's record-breaking 62 home run season where he surpassed Roger Maris. This is the very difficult Topps Black parallel that was sadly eliminated heading into 2025 here, but numbered to just 72. And I believe this is my second copy. So that leaves 70 others out there for any of you interested folks to try to track down. But yeah, for reasons I've gone into many times before, and I won't get into in today's video in the interest of time, I think this is a sneaky, important modern card when you consider what it represents. We're going to stick with baseball for 2 cards in a row, and this is a 2020 Allen and Ginter Chrome Gold Refractor of Pedro Martinez, and I'm actually going to take this out of this kind of beat up top loader because you really need to see these in the light to do them justice. But these are gorgeous, shiny cards, as myself and many others have noted. This kind of stippling effect in the background is really kind of classy and high-end looking. Apologies for the glare, but just trying to give you an idea of sort of the character of this card. It's just a really well-produced, high-quality, feels luxurious in hand trading card, numbered to 50, as many of the Topps Gold Shine is, and this is copy 12 of 50. You can see along the bottom there. But just a great Pedro. I actually kind of like that it's from the Expos era. As much as I am a Red Sox fan, just really love the image on that. And I've commented on these before when I've shown them off, but they feel almost like a plaque that would be up in a museum or something. Just really, really quality looking trading card. And we're going to stick with baseball shine here, and I've got another Mookie Betts. This one is a more serious standard baseball card than the last one we looked at from 2019 Topps Heritage. This is the Chrome Refractor. Love these every year. That background effect on these is just gorgeous in hand. This is his final season with Boston. Of course, he moved to the opposite coast, beginning with the 2020 campaign. So his final Heritage Red Sox card. And that was a cheap, again, like $5 pickup. But those cards look fantastic in hand. Moving back to hockey now. And this tape is really going to give me some trouble here. I don't know if I'll be able to get this off in a timely manner. Looks like I did all right. So this is a Boston Bruins card that came out the season after they won their last Stanley Cup, which was the 2011 playoffs. I remember it vividly because I was on my honeymoon, missed the first couple games of those Stanley Cup finals, but was able to see the end of it, see them capture the Stanley Cup. It's the only time in my lifetime that my local team has won the cup. I was a Whalers fan for many years. They never won it. And then when I became a Bruins fan by default, they had not won one either until 2011. This one came out the following year in the Upper Deck flagship set, and it features a young Tyler Seguin hoisting the cup. He was incredibly important to that Stanley Cup team. I think that's been somewhat forgotten over time as he's had a lengthy career in Dallas and has been a very effective player for them, but was able to hoist the greatest trophy in sports as a relative youngster. I mean, guy was like barely college age when he helped propel Boston to that championship. And as you've probably noticed, this is the Upper Deck Exclusives parallel, one of my favorite in all of hockey cards, numbered to 100. Just love that photo, love that moment and everything that it represents. You can see the banner being raised in the background there at TD Garden, a place where I've enjoyed, so many sporting events and concerts over the years, including playoff hockey from the Bruins. So just really, really cool. Tyler Seguin, not a guy who I would really bother collecting many cards of. Nothing against him. He just doesn't really fit my collection for the most part. But that one card, just for the memories that it evokes, was a no-brainer. Here's a fun one up next. Archie Vaughn. So I wasn't really too familiar with him until I read his chapter in the Baseball 100. Great book and a series of online articles by Joe Posnanski. And ended up finding this one. I've talked about these recently, but these select and Prism cards from the last couple of years, if I can find these retired greats and Hall of Famers in gold, which is out of just 10 at a cheap price point, they're hard to turn down. And this was a recent win. This one only just went into the cheese box, and I paid $3 and change to win this at open auction, which is just crazy. I know there's not a lot of Archie Vaughn demand out there, but a cool shiny card that I'll put into a binder, numbered to 10. Can't go wrong, and I'm willing to bet that's probably the only Archie Vaughn card that you'll see in your eBay and your YouTube feed today. And then we've got another Mookie. So this is a very Mookie-centric episode today. A Topps Finest Gold Refractor of Betts. Check this one out. Great image there. He clearly, most likely just crushed a home run. I like the design with the Dodgers colors worked into the background here. Topps Finest, I love this set going all the way back to 1993. They had the first refractors in the game way back in the early 90s. And so I'll still pick up, budget refractors when I can find them to this day. I think it's a really fun set. And of course, if I'm going to go with Finest, going gold out of 50 is definitely the way that I tend to lean. So It's a pretty cool Mookie Betts. I really should organize my Mookie Betts collection and just see how many I may be missing in like a finest run. But and wow, yeah, right on cue, the Betts selection continues. Here's a beautiful 2024. This is like a blue sparkle foil board or something like that, parallel. But these are numbered pretty high out of 999. Got copy 972 here, you can see in the lower right. But gorgeous. I love that it's a team color match for the Dodgers. And Mookie, of course, with a huge season in his career in 2024. Not only did he help propel the Dodgers to the World Series, outside of Freddie Freeman, was one of the more effective hitters in the lineup in that World Series. And it's been a while now, so people tend to forget. But for the first month or two of the season in 2024, he was like killing it. I mean, probably the runaway MVP selection 2 months into the season before injury derailed him a little bit. And Shohei, his teammate, kind of towered over him in the end. But great season for Betts, his second World Series in his time in LA. And for that reason, I love everything that this card represents. Got another hockey card here of an Edmonton Oilers player. And this is Connor McDavid. And a pretty fun one. This is an Upper Deck exclusives, just like that Tyler Seguin that we saw a few moments ago. Bear with me while I remove the tape here. And this is a 2023-24 McDavid. No, I did not pay $85. I'm assuming a dealer had this out in their showcase before eventually listing it on eBay. As I recall, I paid in the $30 US range after currency conversion. Not the greatest shot of McDavid that I've ever seen. He's kind of awkwardly falling here and chewing his mouth guard. But this one I felt compelled to pick up because I have a run of his entire set of exclusives parallels from his second year card all the way to present uninterrupted. And this keeps that run intact. I actually just won this year's version maybe a day or two ago. I don't even have it yet. It's currently in the mail, but when that one arrives, combined with this one here, my full run will be intact of McDavid exclusives. So gotta love that. And here's another exclusives back to back here. Check out this Mike Modano. This is this is the rainbow foil era of these exclusives parallels where they really kicked it up a notch. Love the face-off shot here. Like you're right in the middle of the action between Mike and this Detroit player. I thought that was maybe Pavel Datsyuk initially, but I don't think it is. But whatever, great photograph. Love these face-off photos. And Modano is a player who probably deserves more hobby love other than because I'm Carlos, of course, who I know heavily collects Mike. And let's do like one more card. And we'll close it out fittingly with this one. It's been like the Mookie Betts show today. And we have one more. I think this is like the fifth Mookie to come out of this rummage. The 2023 Topps Independence Day, numbered to 76 every year. Admittedly, not one of the most flattering designs of Independence Day, but still an important card for somebody who kind of collects bets the way that I do and tries to focus on building sort of runs and small runs of different parallels that I enjoy. And Independence Day is definitely one of those. Happy to add the 2023 into the mix. This might even be a double. I'll have to double check, but can't go wrong on a card numbered to 76 in this day and age in the hobby. And really, really love that one. So one last Mookie to close it out. We saw a little bit of everything today, multiple sports, really mostly modern shine, but hopefully you saw a card or two that appealed to you. It was good to get back at it on the channel. I'll be back soon here with some more content. In the meantime, keep enjoying the hobby, everybody. See ya.